Hi guys, it's Natalie here from the Barmy Army. I'm going to be doing the warm up. I'm here with Chris from the Spurs, Spurs Women's fan. Chris, do you want to just introduce yourself to everyone who's going to be watching?
Yeah, sure. My name's Chris Powros. I'm a Spurs fan. I support the men's and the women's team, season ticket holder for both. And I'm also the co-chair of the Proud Lilywhites, which is the official Tottenham Hotspur LGBTQ plus supporters association.
So I'm speaking to a good person then about Spurs women.
I hope so.
Yeah, obviously Spurs men battered us. Our Reds aren't looking forward to that happening again on Saturday. But what's your thoughts on the Spurs women's season so far?
It's been a tough start to the season, Natalie, to be fair. But we've had some tough fixtures. I think opening with West Ham, you know what it's like. The first game of the season is always a bit topsy-turvy. And we've got a really good record against West Ham. So it was a bit of a shame that we conceded that sort of late goal. But it's going to come good. It's a new team. It's a new squad. You know, you've got to embed. I mean, as you know, you've got to embed some new players. And so I'm feeling pretty confident, to be fair. Once we get through this period, I think we're gonna have a good season.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, new squad. I saw you play versus Arsenal. I thought it was good. I thought Alana Kennedy has done well. And I think, obviously, the elephant in the room, Alex Morgan. What's your thoughts on the new signings?
Well, look, to be honest, I think it's brilliant because even if there's a lot of like, oh, everyone just wants to talk about Alex Morgan and oh, it's just a PR stunt or whatever. I don't think that really matters because she is probably the best player in the world in her day. I appreciate she's been injured, she's had a baby, etc. But I think from our perspective, it's a signing that shows our intent. And you can't underestimate that. You've got to remember, we're the only team in that league that has got there through sort of formal sporting principles in the WSL. You know, we worked our way up. I mean, I used to run a women's football team in the late 90s, early 2000s, and we played Spurs in those days because it really was sort of grassroots Hackney Marshes football. We've made our way up, and then to find ourselves in a position now where we can sign Alex Morgan and we can show our intent and we can sign the likes of Alana Kennedy and Shalina Zadorsky because, you know, Alana Kennedy is a player. You know, you just said it yourself, like you can really see what she's doing. So I'm really thrilled to see Alex Morgan there. I think she's going to want to prove herself because she hasn't played for that time. She's going to want to go and bang in some goals. And if you've watched us this season, that's the problem that we've had is where our goals are coming from. You know, against Arsenal, we look good until we consider that goal. We look good, we look solid. But that wherever the final ball was going, there either wasn't a final ball or there was no one there to take it. So I think she's perfect for that. Perfect.
Yeah, so obviously I know you're going to be playing in a Conti Cup, but can you see maybe Morgan starting then against us on Saturday?
Well, I wonder if they'll give her a bit of a run out tonight. Or this afternoon, I should say. That's another story. Run out this afternoon in order to have to play a significant part at the weekend. I don't know if she'll start, but I sort of, you know, I take tonight as a bit of a warm up for that, really. And you know, from our perspective, doing what we've just done at the weekend to the men's team, we want to get a result at the weekend. But you know, we've struggled against you in the past. I'm not going to lie. And you know, you've made improvements to your team this summer as well. So yeah.
So what's your thoughts then on so far our improvement on playing Man United? Like you say, it's usually quite comfortable, I'll say, for us, but obviously it's not going to be like that forever. But what's your thoughts on United?
We'll all keep pushing on. That's the point. I think you've got a good team. I think you've got a great manager, as much as I hate to admit it. I think, you know, she really knows the game. She really knows the game. And I also think the fact that she's played at an elite level in the game, both nationally and internationally, you know, leaves her with a kind of great standing with the players. But she knows her stuff. I think she's really good. I think your American signings are pretty decent. Did I see something yesterday that the shirt sales for with Preston
Yeah.
Heath
They've
had gone.
sold more than any player, which is fantastic to see. But what
Yeah.
I always was going to bang, I think the minute it was sort of the whispers, when I heard the whispers, God, I broke Twitter. So it's what I love to see. I've been in the megastore. They've told me they're flying like hotcakes. So it's not just the American people; it's people here who support the team. Our fan base is growing. More people want to hear about the women's team, and it's good to see. But it's unfortunate we're not there for it. Which that's the only one thing that we're waiting for. Really.
I know. Well, I've thought about that at Old Trafford at the weekend. It's like the amount come back miserable from Old Trafford. It's taken me hours to get home, and then the one time we don't go. And the same here is like it's ostensibly possible that Alex Morgan could play for Spurs all season and we won't see her.
Yeah, it's a shame, and it's the same with these girls.
Although I don't know if you saw that petition yesterday and the open letter from the Premier League, EFL, FA, and the WSL. You know, I think they made very good. You know, they're very salient points that I hope will get listened to. Frankly, because we can be safe outside. You know, put a mask on everyone, properly socially distance. We're outside. You know, make sure that you limit the numbers, but make it fair, obviously. And we should be able to get out there to watch the teams.
Safer outside than it is in any of these O2 or in the cinemas. I mean, I'm not saying people shouldn't go there. Fair enough, fantastic, they're open, but safer outside than indoors. So hopefully, like you say, these points get listened to. There's a lot of money in football. Yeah, it's slowly coming down for everywhere, but there's a lot of money in football. Everyone wants this to happen, so it should be happening. One last thing, Chris.
Yeah.
The game is going to be end to end. I think it always is when we play Spurs. But what's your thoughts, results, performances? Who do you think is going to shine? What do you think it's going to be?
Well, I always think that I'm a fan of our fullbacks, and I think they make a big difference. So I think, you know, be looking out for Ash Neville and Siri Vaughan to do their stuff. I think, as you said, Alana Kennedy is going to make a difference in that midfield. And, you know, maybe Alex Morgan will bang a couple of goals. I mean, to be honest, I don't like to admit this, I would be happy to come away, particularly as it's away, with a draw. But, you know.
Oh, no, it's your place. It's your place. It's at home.
Ours? Oh, I'm not even paying attention, Natalie, because I can't go. Do you know what I mean? No, all right, then, fine. We're going to win 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1. You'll get a goal.
Wow.
You'll get a goal. But I'll go with 3-1. Why not? I would have said a draw at your place, but at ours 3-1.
Who knows? I'm gonna obviously go for United win, because I'm a United fan. But no, it's great speaking to you, and you know, hopefully we're all back in ground soon. That's what we all want. We all want to be watching the team, especially with these Americans and all these Australians and fantastic talent, and the interest is there. Just let people, like you say, go and watch it now.
Absolutely.
Well, cheers. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Natalie.
Thank you. Bye.